If you could choose between a Fit Cook or a Gatsby, which would you choose?
Gatsby.
So, ladies and gents, as promised on the Hit 30, it's Icona Pop. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
So nice to be able to. I'm doing so good. It's so nice to be able to connect on such an interesting way. All of us trapped in our own home territories, and getting a bit of home love.
Yeah. I'm so happy for the technology today.
Yeah. We always complain about it. We're going to be those old parents, like, did you know, like in my day, they didn't have this much technology, and now we get to talk to people across the world.
I know.
Absolutely.
Right, guys, I'm so excited to catch up about the music. Obviously, the new track is doing so well, and we're very excited to talk about it. But I want to begin with a bit of an origin story. So it feels like your guys' collaboration came out of nowhere. You studied at the same school, but only really interacted at that party that, started the career. And then almost that year, like 4 weeks later or something, 4 days later, I think even, you guys started producing music together. Tell us about the origin story, meeting each other. How do groups form?
Wow. I mean, we, like you said, we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other. So me, Caroline, I lived in an apartment with a bunch of friends, and we had great parties, and it was just this amazing vibe. And one of my friends, Emily, she was like, I know from school. And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, she's really heartbroken, and I think we should invite her to your party because she needs to have some fun. And I was like, absolutely, invite her. And then she came to my party, and it was just love at first sight.
It's crazy. It was literally like I walked through the door and Caroline came with the shots, and then we started to hang out.
Were you not offended that she thought that you were this lonely girl coming to a party that she was here to save you?
I didn't know that. So I was like, oh, everyone's so nice to me. And oh my God, it's you from school. And it's weird also because we've known each other. We've known of each other for so many years, and we've had the opportunity to hang out, but it took a heartbreak and a frustrated Caroline to really properly meet up and start doing magic.
Working.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it, that we were both in a place where we've been trying to do music in different ways for so long, and we both felt frustrated, and I think that made us so open-minded. Because when we met, we gave it an honest chance because we didn't have anything to lose.
Absolutely.
I think it was all about timing when we met. If we would have met maybe a year earlier, maybe we wouldn't have been open-minded in that way and really sat down trying to write. So it was all about timing.
Interesting. I think that I've heard that a lot in the music industry, obviously, is that the timing and right place, right time, right moment, allowing it to sort of happen organically. But I'm interested in that because a part of my experience of listening to the music industry about solo artists versus groups and duos, etc., has always felt like a very strategic move. It was like, let's form this group because they make sense in the industry. They've got all the right things to make a successful group work. It felt like yours was a little bit more organic than that. Do you feel that the choice to be in a duo has obviously given you guys a benefit? You guys would never have been as successful as private individuals?
I think I'm so happy that I'm in a duo. It's you can share things with each other. You go through different periods in your life, and especially when you're traveling, you get really lonely, and now you kind of have your best friend on your side. But I played in a band before I met Caroline, and you were doing your own music, Caroline, and we really tried out different things, but I didn't feel like I knew what I wanted to do until I met Caroline. So I also got very inspired by her.
The same.
It can be quite scary to sit down and write music with new people, and sometimes it goes really good, sometimes it goes super bad, but it was just magic from the first time. We went with the flow.
And we've been a band for such a long time, and that would never have lasted if it wasn't pure energy, that if someone put us together and we didn't have that chemistry, it's like, it's so much things that you go through, fun things, but also super hard things. And all the hard things, it's only made us stronger and together. And it's such a blessing to have each other. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I hear that. I love that sort of feedback. I mean, it really is interesting to hear how the organic stories always turn out to be the best ones. It's those forced ones that become really good for an album, or you release a good record together because it was forced, good for the industry, very strategic. But then what? You guys seem to have managed to keep that going for 11 years of music. Speaking of 11 years in the industry, I mean, so much has changed in the last 11 years about how people produce music, how they release music, how audiences find you, interact with you. I mean, let's talk about the world then, the world now, and towards the future. How have you seen the music industry progress, and where do you think it's going?
I mean, it's constantly changing, and that's fun as well. We are just trying to change with it and be open-minded. I think, of course, a lot have changed. When we started, it wasn't at all as much about the streaming and stuff as it is now. I feel like it's a little bit more power to the people, thanks to streaming and the internet in that way, because before it was more like, you know, the labels and how much promotion you did towards like radio stations and stuff. But now it's also artists that write their music in their bedrooms that can release it, and if people want to hear it, it some way finds their way to radio and stuff as well. So I feel like it's it's a very creative time for artists of any kind, you know, big and small, and everything. So it's pretty cool.
I love that feedback. One thing I want to try and figure out is, if you say that it's changed so much and this world has moved more digitally, I think even the advice you give to new artists trying to break in would be very different then to what it is now. You know, then it was find a promoter, find a way to get into the radio stations, go and speak to all the radio stations, promote yourself that way, print the CDs, or, you know, when we still had those. And I'm pretty sure at that point you would go and deliver those by hand to all the radio stations to get people to know who you were. Whereas now the advice is so different. Do you feel equipped to give advice to new artists in this dance space? Because that also has changed so much, electronic pop dance space over the years. Yeah, do you feel equipped to give them advice on how to launch a career nowadays?
Yeah,
I mean, you can do it in so many different ways nowadays. Like, I think people are constantly looking for something fresh, something new. But I think the main thing is, of course, that you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, I mean, no one's going to believe in yourself more than you do. And that's the first thing.
Yeah, and also like, there's so many ways, but you have to find your own way. When you talk about dance music, it's like, okay, so what if you don't know anyone in the music industry? Yeah, then you can start at the clubs, get DJs to play your music, or start making remixes of other people's music. That's also a good way of getting out there. People, it's like, there's so many ways, but you just have to work super hard and don't give up, because I mean, it's never going to be easy. And then also quality, like, keep on pushing it and doing great stuff to become better and better. But we always say, like, try to surround yourself with people that see the same things as you do, because it's very hard. Of course, you might start alone, but it's nice to just have someone to bounce ideas with. And that can be a friend, or someone, another producer or a songwriter, or someone at a label or a radio station. But it's nice to have someone to do that feedback with.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I do like that. I mean, that applies in business, it applies in life, it applies in anything, is find allies who can journey with you, who will give you honest feedback, who, you know, have the same vision as you have to sort of drive things forward. Because if those things are misaligned, I'd imagine it becomes very hard, physically dragging a very heavy piece up a very steep hill. So I think that makes a lot of sense, music, business altogether. In terms of the new music you guys are releasing, Feels in My Body. Good tune. We like it, and we love the music video.
Thank you.
although we like it, and although South Africans are going to like it, I'm always interested in the artist's viewpoint as well. It's like, what do you want customers? What do you want fans? What do you want South Africans to feel when they listen to the song and when they watch the video?
I mean, when we released this song, Feels in My Body, it was just like in a very strange time. It was locked down in a lot of places in the world, and a lot of people said to us, like, maybe it's not the best time to release dance music because the clubs are not open, or, you know, and we felt the total opposite. We were just like, it feels like it's so needed now more than ever, because people need something that they can dance to in their homes, and they need that positive vibe. And the song is about the frustration of that you want to dance with your friends that feels exactly the same as you. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we felt when we wrote it in the studio.
I did feel like even in the scenarios in the music video of being in those walls, maybe it was unintentional, but to feel that sense that you were locked into these four walls and had each other, and it was kind of like this desire to just be creative. And so I saw it in the makeup, I saw it in the outfits, I saw it in everything that you guys did in the video itself, was like this desire to do more, bigger, better, shinier with more people, but you've only got these four walls to do it within for now, and so let's celebrate that.
Yeah. That is so true. That's a good observation.
It was unintentional. I'm telling you, it was unintentional. You guys are going, yes, that's deep. Wow, yes, that was part of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's crazy how. Sorry?
No, I was just saying we were very pleased with what we could do with such a small team, and during lockdown and everything. It's, yeah, you just have to be extra creative.
Makes it exciting. It makes producing music and producing videos that much more exciting. Listen, I think you guys are very keen creatives in the sense that you both like to produce stuff that is inspired and that comes naturally and that is collaborative. And we've seen you collaborate obviously with other artists as well too, from your Steve Aoki's to Kesha's to the Soul Rebels and you name it. Do you find you have more fun producing music when you're collaborating, or is it just like that once every blue moon, it's just fun to do something different with somebody else?
We love doing collabs. I think that gives you an opportunity also to like do something different and also get the other artist's energy. So you kind of like, they take you into their world and you take them into your world, so you can create something totally new and something very unexpected. So collabs are awesome. Love it.
And can we expect more of them?
Yes.
Very soon. In fact, very, very, very soon.
Give us a hint or a clue as to who, just even if it's not the correct answer, we won't know. Like, leave us teased with something.
Well, we're doing a song together with Sophie Tucker.
Very
soon.
And it's coming out very soon. And we can tell you that it is about that we love going to the spa.
Okay, we'll keep those clues in our minds as we await with bated breath of the release of the new music. Cool, so that gives us a sense of what you guys are interested in and what gets you guys moving and grooving, gets you excited. So I thought I'd put together a list of very basic questions, and I want maybe you can go one at a time and just give me your immediate answers to these questions. And they're short, so just short answer to some of these. Each of you, if you had a boat, what would you name it?
Miss Caroline.
Ooh, thank you. Well, then I would name my...
No, you're not
I would name my boat AJ.
Cool. If you ever had a crush on a fictional character, who was it?
Zelda. I don't know if it's a fictional character. You know, Nintendo Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
was
fictional.
So I was super in love for many years.
I will actually pick the same.
Nice. Okay, we'll take it. What is the weirdest food combination you've ever had?
Something British. We ate some weird things when we were in London and did promo.
Yeah.
It was some British party food, and it was like a sausage in I don't even know what it was, but it did not taste good.
No, it was weird. It was very beige.
Sausage in something.
Sausage in a something is never a good description for food. So let's move on then very swiftly. Right. In terms of the things you guys do before your live performance, what is the one thing you do that you have to do before you go on stage?
We have a ritual. Yeah, it sounds like that. We put up our horns, like rock and roll horns, and we scream, yeah, yeah, and we point the energy towards the middle.
Love it. Can we get a display?
Yeah.
One,
two, 3.
1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Wait. You do the counting.
1, 2, 3.
2, 3. Yeah.
Woo!
You guys are clearly on sync and live, but I mean, digitally, this is very uncoordinated. We'll get there. We'll get you back on stages soon, right?
Yes.
Yes. Please.
Now, do you bite ice cream or do you lick it?
I do
bite.
I lick it and
both and bite. And then a thing you might, what is the most used emoji on your phone? Caroline, you can go first.
Most used, I think it's hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is the smiley that's like crying happily. How do you like when you're doing something embarrassing or it's a joke? That's mine.
Oh, I see. So not the tilted head one. It's the normal one where it seems like it's something very embarrassing. You're laughing at yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Right. You won't know these words, but I want your answers in any case. If you could choose between a Fet Cook or a Gatsby, which would you choose?
Gatsby.
Do you know what they are?
No.
Okay, cool. We'll leave it at that. I won't describe them. No, I'm joking. I'll have to give you guys a little hint. You're not going to know. Like a Fet Cook is it's deep fried. It's delicious savory dish in South Africa. It's like a deep fried dough. It's delicious and yummy, and you can put mince inside if you really want to. Like you get sloppy joes that you'll know of. It's quite yummy. And a Gatsby is taking like a roll. You cut out the insides and you fill it with like fries and steak and sauce and onions and tomatoes, and you make like you can make anything out of it, to be honest. And it's the most messy, delicious treat that we eat in Cape Town. So you chose one.
Sounds like a dream. So next time when we come Town.
Yes,
and it won't be a sausage in a something, and it won't be beige. I promise that.
Sausage in a row.
Yeah. I'll make it delicious. And we cannot wait to have you guys in South Africa very soon. And congrats once again on some incredible music being released. And we look forward to these new collaborations. And we look forward to an even stronger partnership with Good Hope FM and our audiences moving forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was so nice talking with you.
Yeah. And hopefully meet you in real life soon.
Absolutely. I don't know if that should be something that you should want or should be worried about. But yes, let's go with it. Should be exciting.
Good Hope FM.